All right, Eric, thanks very much. And while many people stayed indoors to avoid the temperatures, others really had no way of beating the heat because they were stuck outside working in it. They got no reprieve today, and they won't again tomorrow. Pat Bailey spent the day talking with those outdoor workers, and he joins us live now from Lincoln Park in Albany, where one city pool, I'll bet, is pretty darn busy, Pat.
It is, Liz, just to my right there. That is very busy. We'll show you that in a sec. Well, that'll show it to you right now. And right now, I'm in an air-conditioned car because you're in the air-conditioned studio, Liz, so I figured it's my trade-off here. I don't want to get out because the temperature inside says it's 100 degrees outside, but I will get out, and I'll show you the difference between an air-conditioned car and what your car could look like after work, after you've worked all day and then had to go to a car. So got my trusty thermometer right here. It does say 90 degrees right now because, of course, we were in the air-conditioned car, but the outside temperature said it's 100, so we'll put it in my car for the meantime, and we'll spend the next minute or two here telling you about those that had to work outside, and we'll come back and check on it. Now, as you said, some people had no choice. They had to work outside today. So imagine when you went outside for lunch or whatever, you got to go back into your air-conditioned office or newsroom, if you will. Imagine those that had to work outside. Construction crews, one of them, they were working on the Latham Circle. They had no choice. They were stuck in the heat all day. They worked under the sun, moving heavy cement barriers, laying gravel, and trying to catch a break whenever they could. Some of them told me yesterday was a hot day. They said today was even hotter, and tomorrow they are bracing themselves, expecting an even worse day yet. Problem is, they said, there is no way to avoid it. The work needs to be done, they said, so they will have to bear the heat and sweat. What do you think when you see all these people driving by with their windows up and air conditioning on?
Very jealous of all of them, by far.
Last couple of days have been warm, right? And you're expecting it tomorrow?
Yeah, very, very. Yeah, everybody, we have lots of water here, a lot of bottled water. We go through tons of water. And it's the best we can do.
Does it help that you're wearing jeans, boots, and a hat?
And the vinyl sweaters that we have to wear.
Now, again, those folks had no choice. They had to stay outside and work all day in the heat. Some people tomorrow, in fact, thousands of people tomorrow, are expected to make the choice to go out in the heat, and they will head from possibly here, Albany, wherever they are, up to Saratoga for the opening day of the track season. And because of the heat, there are extra precautions going to be had, not only for the jockeys, but the horses. I'll look at that coming up tomorrow, coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. We'll see how not only the jockeys, but the horses who can't help themselves are expected to beat the heat. Now, as we said, we are here live at Lincoln Park. It was minimal parking down there, but next to Lincoln Park, some softball league's going to take the field tonight. I can tell you that the pool is jam-packed, so let's check that temperature. Again, in a nice air-conditioned car, about maybe 90 seconds, 2 minutes ago, we had the temperature was 90 degrees, so put the thermometer in my car, and it went up about 4 degrees already in just 2 minutes, just close to 100 degrees as it was expected to be outside, Liz. So again, bottom line here, it is awfully warm. Stay inside if you have to, if you can, I should say.
Yeah, and if they have any of those people had any problems, though, health problems as a result of being out there?
Well, the construction workers we talked with said that the number one thing that they did was bring a lot of ice with them. They had, we saw a lot of coolers at the construction site. They had the, their water bottles outside. They were taking breaks as much as they could. Of course, they get 1.5 hour lunch break. They all sat in the shade. But we saw a lot of coolers. They said the one thing that they can do, of course, is stay hydrated in this heat, and they made sure they did because, Liz, it is, if you haven't been outside, it is certainly, it can be unbearable, especially as you saw them. They're all dressed up, having to protect themselves from working, so it certainly was hot outside.